Hello my Whoop friends. This video is part of a short video series where I try to share my experiences with the Meteor 75 Pro with you, as well as all my Whoop knowledge. I'll try to show you valuable tips and tricks that should help you with the Meteor 75 Pro Whoop as well as with other tiny whoops. Check out the other videos on my channel to get the most out of my many years of whoop race and RC flying experience. Let's get started.
Hello my Whoop friends. This video is a supplement to the prop removal method with dental floss from the video. 3 methods to remove a propeller on a Meteor 75 Pro or any other tiny whoop on this YouTube channel. In this video, I'll try to introduce you to the propeller version too. But another message of this video is to demonstrate the path from prototype to finished product. I want to show you what the most important thing is to develop something new. And I can already tell you what that is. The most important thing is never to give up, and to always keep going. Always keep building prototypes. Even build prototypes that you think won't work anyway. The brain needs to be inspired to generate new ideas. And the brain can only do that if it's fed with experience. Good and bad experiences. Both are equally important, and as I said, you must always keep going, especially at the point where you feel like giving up. If you then keep going, that is usually the birth of a new idea. The unpleasant feeling of wanting to give up before this point is, so to speak, the labor pains before the birth of a new idea. If you go through this process again and again, your product will get better and better, and in the end, it will be so good that you'll be satisfied and proud. In the video 3 methods to remove a propeller on a Meteor 75 Pro or any other tiny whoop on this YouTube channel, I presented a prop removal method using dental floss that I developed while filming the video. This method is simple and effective, and the other prop removal methods are good too, but somehow I had the feeling that there might be an even better way, or at least a different way, that I could perhaps develop a small tool from it. Someone on Facebook inspired me with their comment. I am very grateful for the inspiration. We are all a team, my Whoop friends. Together we can move the FPV hobby forward if everyone contributes. Inspired by the Facebook comment, I then began developing the propeller version too. First, I built various prototypes out of dental floss. A few loops of dental floss in different lengths. To keep things simple, and so that I could quickly swap out and test the different lengths of floss, I used a keyring. I was able to thread the loops into this keyring. However, in a final product, I would use a closed ring. With a closed ring, you obviously have to thread the floss or string through the ring 3 times before you can join them together to form a loop. One advantage of the triple loop is that the lengths of the individual loops can balance each other out. At the beginning I tested very short loop lengths. Then the distance to the propeller is right and you can apply the pulling force well. The disadvantage of short loop lengths is threading the tool onto the propeller. The threading is not ideal. It is possible, precisely because of the variable lengths of the individual loops, as you can see in the video, but it is fiddly and laborious, and ultimately probably no faster than the dental floss method version 1. So I had to test more. Then I came up with the idea of using very long loops and a rubber stopper made of FC rubber. Threading the loops onto the propeller was much easier this way, but still not perfect. And I don't like the waxy fingers after touching dental floss. So I decided to switch to braided fishing line. It may be a bit thin, but it's very tear resistant and the fishing line glides very well. First I tried it again with the smaller loop sizes. I thought maybe the handling of threading would improve with the fishing line. Unfortunately, it was still difficult. Sure, you could practice a bit and maybe develop a better technique, but it still wasn't easy enough for me, so I switched back to the very long loop size. Of course, I tested all the loop sizes beforehand. My favorite, however, was the very long loop with the fishing line. I tried it a few times and still wasn't completely satisfied. The flight controller rubber was a bit loose on the line and could have gotten lost. Then I came up with the idea of the fishing line silicone rubber stoppers. These silicone rubber stoppers are threaded onto the line and can be adjusted, but a bit more tightly than the flight controller rubber. It was almost perfect, but the fishing silicone stopper was a bit too tight on the 3 loops, as it's actually only designed for 1 line diameter, not for the 6 line diameters of the 3 loops. This meant that the lengths of the loops couldn't be balanced as well. So I kept searching and came up with the idea of a silicone stopper for earrings, which I still had in the workshop. And this earring silicone stopper was perfect. Don't ask me what I have in the workshop and why. You'll see, if you're in the hobby long enough, you'll have all sorts of things in your workshop. Honestly, you don't even need a silicone earring stopper like this. You can make your own rubber stopper out of any rubber material. You can make the hole with a needle, maybe even with a hot needle. And you can thread it with a thin wire, like the silicone fishing line stopper. Or with a sewing needle and a second thread. The procedure for using the propeller version 2 is as follows. Thread the loops onto the propellers. Push the silicone stopper up to the propeller hub. Pull on the ring to equalize the loop lengths. Wind the thread with one finger until the correct distance from the propeller is reached. Then grasp or grip the propeller with 3 fingers. The fingers are primarily responsible for the rotational movement. Pull on the thread while simultaneously turning the propeller back and forth. Free the propellers from the loops, straightening the loops nicely again. What I would change for a completely perfect version: thicker braided fishing line with a diameter of perhaps 0.5 mm or more and a closed metal ring not much larger than my finger. The line must then, of course, first be threaded through the ring 3 times, and only then can it be tied together to form a continuous loop or triple loop.
In the coming months, there will be a few more videos about the Meteor 75 Pro. How you can modify it, how you can repair it, and so on. Stay tuned, my friends. And subscribe to the channel and set the notifications to on so you don't miss a single video. And last but not least, you can already find many videos of the Meteor 75 Pro on this channel, in which I try to help you with this tiny whoop. Lots of tutorials, tuning tips, flight tips and repair videos. And there will be even more in the future if I am motivated enough by you, my friends. Stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel and activate the notification if you want to know when I publish a new video. And if you decide to buy a new Meteor 75 Pro or another whoop from BetaFPV, please use the affiliate link in the video description. This motivates me to publish more high quality videos. A like or a comment from you also helps motivate me to produce new videos with educational content. In other words, you will probably have the most videos for this whoop and the best support in the future if all goes well. I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best. The chances are good.
I've also made many other posts with educational content in my YouTube community. It's worth checking out the posts. There are even a few tips I haven't made a video about it yet. So be sure to check them out. Maybe you can learn something from them that will make your whoop life a little easier.
Happy flying, my whoop friends!